Good afternoon. The Philippines conducted the first ever joint maritime exercises in the West Philippine Sea with the United States, Australia, and Japan amid China's increasing aggression in those waters. The multilateral maritime cooperative activity was held on Sunday, April 7, a few days ahead of the first trilateral summit of the leaders of the Philippines, United States, and Japan in Washington, D.C., where the South China Sea issue is expected to be one of the priority issues during the meeting. The exercises involved the Philippine Navy's frigate BRP Antonio Luna and anti-submarine warfare AW-159 helicopter and the patrol ship BRP Valentin Diaz. Present as well are the U.S. Navy's littoral combat ship USS Mobile, the Royal Australian Navy's frigate HMAS Warramunga, and the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Forces destroyer JS Akebono. The four ships conducted communication and photo exercises, division tactics, and other drills at the west of Luzon, covering Palawan and northern Luzon within the Philippines Exclusive Economic Zone. In a statement, the Armed Forces of the Philippines says the multilateral maritime cooperative activities were designed to enhance the abilities of different forces to work together in maritime scenarios. The AFP adds this also shows the country's commitment in strengthening regional and international cooperation in the maritime domain. Meanwhile, Chinese warships were also in the vicinity, shadowing the participating vessels in the exercises with distances of at least 4 to 8 nautical miles. China claims nearly the entire South China Sea, overlapping these with those of the Philippines, Vietnam, Brunei, Malaysia, and Taiwan. Beijing continues to ignore the 2016 arbitral ruling that invalidated its sweeping claims. Two Chinese ships were tailing the patrol of the Philippines, together with its three key allies in the West Philippine Sea during the maritime exercises on Sunday, April 7. No further details are available so far, but Department of National Defense spokesperson Arsenio Andolong confirms the tailing incident in a radio interview. On Sunday, April 7, the Philippines, the US, and Australia conducted their first ever joint maritime exercises in the western section of the country's exclusive economic zone. In a statement, the Armed Forces of the Philippines says the multilateral maritime cooperative activities were designed to enhance the abilities of different forces to work together in maritime scenarios. The AFP adds this also shows the country's commitment in strengthening regional and international cooperation in the maritime domain. President Bongbong Marcos calls alleged sex offender Apollo Quiboloy's condition for his surrender as tail wagging. After an arrest warrant was issued to Quiboloy on April 3, the self-proclaimed son of God said that he would surrender to authorities if the government could assure him that the United States would not interfere in his case. In response, the president says the government will exercise compassion for Quiboloy, while also calling Quiboloy's condition for his surrender as tail wagging. Marcos stresses that Quiboloy is the accused in the warrant of arrest. Marcos adds that the intervention of the United States is far off and may take years. Quiboloy is currently on the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation's most wanted list. Local oil companies announced hefty upward adjustments in the prices of petroleum products effective Tuesday, April 9, with gasoline prices rising for 4 consecutive weeks. Firms say the price of gasoline will increase by 1 peso and 10 centavos per liter. The price of kerosene will likewise go up by 1 peso and 55 centavos, while kerosene price will have an increase of 1 peso and 40 centavos per liter. Pilipinas Shell and Sea Oil will implement the price hike on Tuesday at 6 a.m. Clean fuel will be the last to raise pump prices at 4:01 p.m. The Department of Energy attributed the increase in local prices to the elevated world market prices of oil. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Oil companies announce hefty increase in fuel prices. Philippines, US, Australia, and Japan hold the first ever joint maritime exercises in the West Philippine Sea. And DepEd suspends in-person classes on Monday, April 8. These are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.